Hey traders, back to another trade recap. So yesterday it was about $17,000 a day for me. Took long on Aussie dollar. To be honest, again, although I made money on this trade, but it was supposed to be more because of my poor management. And funny thing was yesterday, because when I was holding the position halfway, my house was experiencing a power trip. So all of a sudden my computer was off, Wi-Fi, internet was off. So that got me to really chill my stops tight because I don't want anything to happen on my position, as I don't like to manage my position on my phone. So end up getting tapped out at the worst price. It was supposed to be a bigger position. So anyway, let's go into the detail. So if you look at the daily chart, Aussie dollar, we have been on a massive downtrend, and we agree that on the daily is extremely bearish. And I've been discussing this with our trade club traders as well. So inside our trade club, we've been saying that if you were to compare just simple pair selection, if you look at pound dollar, if you let's look at the 4-hour chart. Pound dollar on the 4-hour, euro dollar on the 4-hour, we are creating higher low, we are creating higher low. Pound dollar, we are creating higher low, we are creating higher low. But Aussie dollar, we are creating lower high, and lower high. And that's one of the reasons why last week many of our traders were able to capture 5, 8, 10R on pound dollar and euro dollar long. Some of them even swing them over the weekend. It was because of the right pair selection. Pair selection is an important criteria that you must have within your grading system. So when you're about to take certain thing, compare them to similar currency, as in, let's say if you want to trade, your thesis is to say that I believe DXY is going down. So when you say that DXY is going down, the dollar index, that means you are anticipating that the pound dollar, the euro dollar, the Aussie dollar, they are likely to go up. Dollar CAD is likely to go down. Why? Because dollar weaken, strength on the cross dollar pairs. Then when you have the thesis, when you have the trade idea, that's what I call trade idea generation, you then have to go into the detail, which is pair selection. Pair selection is extremely important because you can have the right thesis, you can have the right technical reading, but if you choose the wrong pair, let's say if you decide to go long on Aussie dollar instead of going long on euro dollar or pound dollar, they would have resulted in a complete different outcome, because Aussie dollar is still going down while pound dollar and euro dollar, they were moving up. And that's why almost all our traders, they were long on pound dollar and euro dollar instead of Aussie dollar. But yesterday I decided to give Aussie dollar an attempt after understanding that on a daily, market is at a key support level. We are at a key support zone here. Is a very broad zone. So I'll have to go into the lower time frame to refine my entry a little bit more. That's what we call, again, entry position. So I know that price was within that zone, but do I know that what's going to happen? Is it going to bounce? Is it going to reverse from here? Is it going to completely melt all the way down? I don't know. That's not something that I can predict. But all I did was I understand that market was at this significant support zone on the daily since April 2024 this year. I then dropped down onto the lower time frame and look for possible reversal signal. So what I did, I dropped down to the 15-minute, and I saw that price was actually forming a TPF formation. So I won't go into detail. TPF is one of the key patterns we have within our trade club. Price formed a TPF. Then what I did was, again, I was waiting for price to come back into this 0.63849 zone. Price then again come back, tap this area, slightly went lower, and then I was waiting for price to pop back up. The moment when price popped back up, that was my exact entry, as you can see. And after my entry got failed, this thing just completely go north. It was quite a crazy momentum because I was having 2 calls back to back. After I took the position, I was having a few calls, and when I was having a call, I just saw my P&L pump all the way into 16k, 17k within 1 hour. Then I end up closing my trade. I think it took me about 1.5 hour or 2 hour. Closed out the position for about 16 plus $1,000, 16.9, something like that. But one poor management that I did was I was initially going to hold it beyond that 0.6446 because my overall thesis was I believe that Aussie dollar is going to break all the way above 0.6446 like nothing else because of the amount of because of first thing how overstretched the market is on a seller side, super overstretched. We have multiple wave down. Second thing, we are at this key support level, but from here we can also tell that although I made money from this one, but the big picture thesis I was wrong, because if I remove the replay mode, you can actually see what happened. Price completely reversed all the way back. So that also shows that I was correct at the beginning, wrong at the end, yet I still make money. If you look at the 5 minute, I was watching the chart very closely, and when price was here, right at this 0.6445 zone, which was this resistance area here, so my whole house had a power trip. So let me try to show all of you the proof. You see, let me show all of you. So what happened was inside our trade club, I say that I'm closing out of my Aussie dollar for 7R as my house was experiencing some power trip. Don't feel secure to hold my trades with my computer off, no Wi-Fi too. So that was what I told them. You can actually see 6:36 p.m. and yeah, close the trade. And I can debate that instead of closing it, I could have just trailed my stops because my size was fairly big. I was in about, I wouldn't say big, but about 35, 40 lots on the position. Then I just trailed it. So when price was here, my computer was off. So I just used my phone and trailed it below this candle's low, just slightly below the candle's low. And guess what? Price came back, tapped me, and it ran all the way up for another. So I secured about 7.26 R. It ran up for about another 5 R. Because my initial plan was to also wait for price to break above the zone, then I trail it on the prior low. So we can argue that I could have made another 3 R. So it wasn't a perfect trade, supposed to be a 25k trade, but I only closed out for about 16.9. So yeah, that's it for the recap. I hope all of you learned something new. This trade was something that a lot of preparation has been putting in, a lot of patience. At the same time, we've been calling pound dollar long when market was around that point 126.41 as well, and when price was around. So let me just show all of you. So this was 27th of November. Just for transparency purposes, let me show all of you what happened on 27th of November. So if you look at our chat group, see that 27th of November, let's go all the way up. So 5th December, we have a lot of chat in our trade club, so it's super active. Scroll all the way up. Let's go into, see that? One of our trader secured 14.2 R long on GU, members passing, yeah. So it just shows that on, let me try to find more information. Yeah, that was my Aussie dollar long position up about $15,000. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is just we have been looking to long. See, 20th of November, I long Aussie dollar. I was on the wrong pair, but anyway, still make money. You see, I was in about 60 over lots. See that? Pound dollar long, Stephen Chan on a 1 hour chart. Running 7R for this trader on pound dollar long. More pound dollar long on Bashant. More pound dollar long on Mickey, Weixing. So I'm just trying to show all of you the proof that these kind of setups will all call in real time. If you scroll up to 28th of November, can see that? See that? I call the trades in live, in real time. That was one of our trader. He was able to triple his account. Yeah, basically just we started calling all these setups on late November. And it's good to see that you see even right up until right now, pound dollar is still intact. Most of our traders, they started taking long here on this pattern here. Then we started taking for more long. We started looking for more long. Right now it's time where we take a step back and really assess if the upwards momentum is still there or not. So that's it for the trade recap. I hope all of you learned something new. Lots of transparency as well. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.